Well, I did a lot of driving this morning. I was thought I was going to be heading back to North Carolina, but something else came up, so I'm down in Durango, Colorado, and it's a long drive. I've been here. I was here like 21 years ago or 22 years ago, and when I drove into town, I was like, oh, I remember this place, the downtown, and did some things I had to do this afternoon, and anyhow, I went and got something to eat and walked around downtown a little bit, and I had a choice, just to hang out more down there, which would have been fine, I guess, but driving a lot, getting out and getting some exercise, and seeing all this beauty, I don't regret it. I don't have much time because it's late in the day, so I've hiked an hour or something. I got to turn around and go back because it's going to get dark. But I'm not saying it was the only best decision I could have made, but really for my body, you really does a lot to move yourself. But then to give my chance a second to come out here and just appreciate this beautiful place that I've never been able to see before and probably will never see again. I mean, not this exact spot. Certainly I'll see the Rocky Mountains again, if God willing. But that was just a decision, and it was a good decision because I feel refreshed. My body needed that exercise, and it was a decision to go one way or the other, and I'm glad I did this. And it's part of habits and practices that can really be beneficial to you through your life. Is just getting yourself to make that first step towards something that's good for you. If you've got something to write, just getting the first couple of words down, first couple of sentences, it's amazing what that'll do to start the process. And where I'm trying to go is it's very important to learn habits as early as you can in life, especially when you're young, because your brain is plastic and it can pick up habits and good habits. You want to make good habits really quickly that way, and those things can stay with you through life as long as you keep re-upping them. And learning how to, every human being on earth has challenges, some more than others, and they have things that we have to work throughout our life. They're going to keep reoccurring in your life, issues and subjects and things that challenge you mentally, and you need to set your compass in the right direction, so that's always guiding you. You need to look to something higher than yourself, to God, and to really be thankful and grateful for this chance to live here on earth. And the reason those things can be so valuable as the cornerstone for all the other things that you want to do is because those things which you can train yourself, can teach yourself to be, you can accept the world that you live in, and you can train yourself to be grateful, because from that will flow motivation for the other things that you need to do, like getting out and getting exercise, or getting some specific goal accomplished, or just basically setting the path that you need for being to grow into the best human being that you can grow into. So forming habits that are good, and not letting other people, even people that might be important in your life, to discourage you from the good path and from those key things, because those things are individual to each person. They're not granted to you by another person. That's between you and God, you and the universe, and that's it. So don't let somebody else come along and tell you, oh, that's stupid, or that's dumb, or go do this with me, because that's this is what's cool or whatever. No, you know in your heart what is right. And so set these practices in yourself, and then keep developing good practices. You're not going to be perfect through your whole life. So also learn to be self-analyzing, and so that you can. Another practice is the practice of being able to correct your course, like saying, why don't I feel well? Why am I not getting this done? Or why this or that or the other? And being able to say, so I'm doing something that may be wrong, or I could be doing something better. And sometimes it's all sorts of things that you got to learn, and there's no one specific thing. I mean, it could be changing the environment you're in. It could be changing the people you're around. It could be changing things that are your physical body, bad habits, or things that are in your diet. I mean, the amount of exercise you're getting, the amount of outdoor time you're getting, the thing you're doing for an occupation. It's all sorts of things you got to be able to evaluate. That's what makes life. And so, learn that you can grow and change, and your mind is plastic, and it's plastic throughout life. It's most plastic when you're young. So you're old enough that you can now start to set your own path and your own course, and set it for the good things. And if you've taken advice from other people, there's a guy riding his bike. There comes a dog. Make sure that you, be able to analyze other people too. And some of the most ancient wisdom that stood the test of time sometimes is good things to start with, because that doesn't make everything that was written in old times right. It just means that it stood the test of time, which gives it more validity. And things that are more contemporary need to be scrutinized with a little more detail usually. That doesn't mean that there's also not a tremendous amount of good things being brought to light in the modern age too. It's just you have to have some ability to learn how to analyze things, and that's primarily a skill set. So life's very dynamic, and we don't make perfect decisions ever. No, nobody does. There's no way to. There's too many options to make perfect decisions. But there are ways to make what we would call somewhat optimal decisions, meaning the best information you got available to yourself, using a process that you learn to scrutinize things, and to basically do things that are kind of filtered through some set of decision-making steps that you have. Anyhow, I love you, and use all the good things that are around you. Enjoy the outdoors and nature, and just remember that there's something bigger than ourselves out there. I love you.